all to come together. Young, old, and everyone in between. Lavish talks about business, news, politics, networking, and anything else that's going on in the world. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Lavish Towing, and on YouTube at Lavish T. Williams. This is Lavish T. Williams.
Do it, yo.
You might get popping. I need one of them little slick stands you got.
Oh, yeah, it's bad. Hey, what's going on, boys and girls? Today, I got a special guest in the house, Fuqua Bey. If y'all do not know who he is, today will be a perfect day for you to get to know who he is if you haven't already seen him around town. So let's give a warm welcome to Fuqua Bey. Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm here.
You here?
We here now.
Okay.
We talked about this day. I've been looking forward to this.
Well, I'm glad I got you. I'm glad I got you here, man. It's a good thing. It's a good thing, man. So I got you here to talk about the various different things that you do, that you're involved in, your perspective and your views of the things that's going around in the city, our community, our culture, and our environment. Because you seem to be a figure out here.
I like how you said that, because I am trying to figure things out here, because there's a lot going on, and you know that as well as I know that. So I'm trying to figure things out here. I'm trying to vibe with the needs of the people, because I've been a people person all my life, and I am a proud member of the Moorish Science Temple of America, where our motto or our mission statement is to uplift fallen humanity. And we got people down on the ground all around us, and we got the opportunity now to lend a helping hand to help lift them up out of the poverty, to help change the conditions, and to help change the conversations that's going on here.
Right. How did your journey start? Where did it originate from?
It originated from December the 30th, 1958, I was born. I came to the planet on a mission. And when I came to the planet on a mission, I didn't fully understand how I would actually make this metamorphosis based upon the things that I had encountered in life. I was raised in the Jeffrey Projects. That's where I want to attribute my upcomings to, being raised at. Even though I have lived on the east side of Detroit, I have lived, over in St. Jean, St. Paul area, Field area, Maxwell, Harper, so I've been kind of around the city a little bit, but my major upcoming and my actual vision on a change was happening in Jeffrey Projects. And as I journeyed through the projects, because it definitely was a project and it was definitely a journey, when you encountered so many people from so many diverse backgrounds, all trying to reach up and come up out of that economic situation that we found ourselves in. You had single mothers raising a number of children, and you had fathers that kind of had to stay on the down low. I ain't talking about the down low. I'm just saying they had to stay low, because they put a program into effect, man, that they didn't really want the fathers around. They wanted to keyhole you into poverty. They didn't really want you to raise up out of that, because it was a project. And they wanted people they wanted to see exactly how this would turn out. And it turned out in a myriad of ways for a number of us, because I'm just saying it was hundreds and hundreds of us over a period of time. I was down there for about 35 years or so. I want to say at least 35 years.
In the projects?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in the projects, and had wonderful family, extended family as a result of that. And the same things that we did in the project as far as being the Robin in the hood, because sometimes that's just what was going on. And once I had moved forth into areas of incarceration,
okay,
because that was one of the economic downfalls. They put you in a situation to where they showed you better, but didn't want you to do better. It was something like chasing a rabbit on a string, and the string was always in front of you, but you could never catch the rabbit. So nevertheless, I got a vision, and that vision came to me in the form of a dream, said, hey, you can change your life. The same way you've been doing bad, you can do good. And when you can do good, more people can benefit as a result of that. So I was not a coward for change, because some people are coward for change, and that means that they want to stay where they at because they're concerned about what people say about the moves they make in life.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So when people
definitely
when people start seeing you do better, that says something about them, or they feel that way anyway.
People feel intimidated by change, by growth.
And
when you move different.
But what actually happens is that people want you to stay in the playground with them. So when you leave the playground, they feel a disconnect, and they feel that, hey, how did he get a chance to leave the playground? Well, simply because he walked in a different direction.
Okay.
And you could have walked in that direction also.
If you chose to.
Yeah, but you would rather say, we want to pull him back to the playground. We want to play a little bit more. No, he said, it's serious business time.
Right.
Far too long we've been doing business wrong. Far too long we've been thinking wrong. Now it's time to be official. So you will have people that dislike you because other people like you.
I know. I see it.
You have people that dislike you for doing what's right.
Right.
And they don't necessarily want to acknowledge and applaud that because of what their mindset is. But they will show down with you when you was doing wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You was the man when you was doing wrong. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the man. But as soon as you make that 180 turn to move in a different direction, you get a different conversation from people that you thought was A1s from day ones.
But they absolutely wasn't, man.
No.
If you doing bad, you winning in their eyes.
Yeah, yeah. That's a different conversation. See, but it takes people like you and I that can see the vision and can see things on the other side to say, we got to make a move. And like it's a song saying, I got to make that move right now, baby. So we got to make that move right now. And we moving right now. And, I have had the opportunity to be in some good people's company.
Right.
And you had some pictures of that. I had the opportunity to be in good vibrations for change, and little old me coming from where I came from, they embraced that change in me. We have a food pantry now that really came about by way of COVID. Not that we were not doing it prior to that, because we've been in the food pantry business and feeding people, I know, for over 25 years.
Okay.
Over 25 years, and we have documentation to show how we kind of move through these different systems. But nevertheless, people are really becoming more aware
of what you're doing, your movement.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to show them this picture.
Oh, yeah.
And that's you on Wyoming with a shipment.
Oh, that's
and when we say a shipment, we talking about a shipment of food.
Yeah. That was the day we had 1,200 boxes right here in the city of Detroit. And it was like moving weight that day, because we was moving weight. We moved those 1,200 boxes in less than about 6 hours. That shows the need here in our city. That shows the need of people during these paramount times. And what happened as a result of situations for change like that is more people want to know how it's done, and more people want to get involved in the process. And not all the time do the resources spread in the right direction. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because we got millions of dollars been allocated on the backs of the so-called black folks. People use us as the black card. They say, well, black folks, black card, African Americans, the African American card. They use this systemic racism issue to be able to get certain projects funded, but then don't give the people who's most effective the funds.
Okay.
And they have conversations about us at a table that we're not necessarily present at.
When you say us, are you talking about you and your cause, or us as a race?
all the dimensions, all of the above, because this is one thing. Is that you got people in high places that talk about high things, but they haven't been on the ground to really feel the vibration of what's taking place. But because they have certain social circles, they can extract the finance and tell them they're going to bring the finance to the ghetto. So when I say our people, I'm talking about people of poverty, people that's on the ground, that's actually involved in the process. Don't tell me how I have to give out food. I give out food according to the need. You know, based upon the need is how I give out food. I don't need nobody on my back saying, "Oh, he only got one family." You don't know what that man got. You don't know how many. If he want 5 boxes,
right,
I'm gonna give him 5 boxes. I don't want him to throw away the food or sell the food, but if it's a need, here's the need. This is what we do. Somebody back in the days, you know how it go. Everybody ain't have no car. One person in the hood got a car, got a station wagon. You take the people back and forth grocery shopping. So here it is, the grocery shopping once again. And I just wish we had more resources, because when I'm even online letting the people know about giving away the food, some people are not able to get to the food, and they want to know, do we have a service that we can actually drop off the food for them? You know, sometimes we have manpower, but we just don't necessarily have the other resources.
They're right, to go along with it.
Right, yeah, right. So the need is here with the people on the ground, and you know, we grounded out here. So every opportunity that we can get to breathe forth life into situations like that, and we hear the voice of the great God Allah, we respond to that.
Now, when you passing out this food, what days, what time, what locations for the people that's listening, the ones that don't already know what you're doing and where you at, where can they find you?
I like that question because you said something before we opened up the show. You said, "Man, I got to change my shirt because I don't look professional in that shirt you had on." And I told you, don't worry about that, brother. This real life. And this real life in this regard is that people help us with food. And due to the fact people help us with food, some people are able to get shipments of food, but it's a surplus. So when that comes about, they'll give Minister Bey a call and say, "Can you use this, that, and the other? I do have a surplus, and you can get it if you can use it." We don't turn down no food. We get it. Once we get it, we give it away. So it's not necessarily a set time, but or place, because we give our food on Wyoming at Puritan. We give our food on Grand River in Hudson. We give our food on the east side, 7 Mile in Chalmers. We just gave our food last week on the east side at Warren and Connors. So we kind of move around because people let us know these needs in their area, and if we could help facilitate that process, we do it. But it's been standing that we give away food at least once a week, at least once. Sometimes we do it 3 times a week. Sometimes we do it 4 times a week. It depends upon what the supply is, because the demand is always there.
Okay. And you talk about that you're a Moor. How long have you been one? How did that come about?
How long I've been what?
A Moor, your religion.
How long I've been a Moor?
Yeah.
I'm 62 years.
62 years.
Because you born
Speak on
Moors.
it.
You born Moors. Nobody can't make you a Moor. That has to do with your nationality.
Now, what is a Moor? For the ones that, because we don't know. We watching, enlighten us. We see you with these hats on.
No,
we don't
Fed.
know.
Let me pull you
A
up.
Fed. Okay, that's what it's called, a Fed. Speak
Fed.
on it so we educate us.
F-E-Z.
Okay.
And this is the traditional headdress of the ancestors, but more so in these times, members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. We have a number of different groups per se, but the Prophet Noble Drew Ali set up the Moorish Science Temple of America, the early indications in 1913.
All right.
And Prophet Noble Drew Ali was born in the state of North Carolina in 1886. He started setting up the organization in Newark, New Jersey, 1913. He came to Chicago, Illinois, where he started organizing people by 1925. He incorporated the organization. In 1926 as a civic organization. He later made a readjustment and organized, reincorporated as a religious corporation under Islamism on July the 20th, 1928 in the county of Cook. Now, Prophet Noble Drew Ali wanted the people to know that Negroes is American born. Coloreds are American born. Black folks is American born. Every nation of people have a national flag and they have a national descent. So he let us know that we are Moorish Americans. We don't ascribe to being Negroes, blacks, coloreds, or Ethiopians because those names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. It's a new era time now. And in this era of time, you must proclaim your free national name to be recognized by the government in which you live in the nations of the earth. That is one of the reasons that Prophet Noble Drew Ali, even during the time of Marcus Garvey, you know, when Marcus Garvey come up, UNI around 1925, you know, Marcus Garvey, we attribute him as being the forerunner to being proactive in getting the people into an economic state of mind that they can do for themselves. Prophet Noble Drew Ali wanted us to know first thing first. In other words, slaveholder gave that name to you, or a label. He gave that label to you just like he would label a dog. So therefore, we don't accept those labels. Why? Because it disenfranchises you from the human family. Did you don't find no Negroes, blacks, and coloreds that they speak about in the human family? That's just not it. You don't look in the Bible per se and see where it say the black man did this, the black people did this, the colored people did that, the Negroes did that. That was born here in America. And those were labels that were put on people to disenfranchise them, to cut them off from their descended nature, from where they came from, and the illustrious history of the Moors and what the Moors did, so forth and so on. They wanted to give you the Negro tag, the black tag, the color tag. He said, stop that. Here, if you tag it, here, these are Moorish Americans. They're descendants of Moroccans born in America. They have a flag. It is a red flag with a 5-pointed green star in the center. Those 5 points represent love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. So we on a mission, and that mission is to help raise the consciousness of people in a collective environment so that we'll understand that it is more to us than just the Negro experience, the black experience. When you hear that, that's racism. When they even talk about that, that's racism, because we ain't in the color game. Somebody else playing the color game. We ain't playing no color game. What are you talking about? It's history. Our history ain't no mystery. So they've been playing the color game far too long. And like I say, that's white supremacy, and people need to recognize how do you take and disenfranchise that many people, and then you give them names that delude to slavery. We got Negroes. We auctioning off Negroes. We auctioning off blacks. We auctioning off colored people. Come on now, you can't be doing that, type of nonsense. So I don't know if that kind of enlightened you.
Oh man, you took me somewhere.
Yeah.
You took me far. What is your role, or your organization's role in the community?
All right. Well, my official title, I'm a Grand Sheik.
Okay.
And I'm not only a Grand Sheik, I'm a minister also. I'm the Grand Sheik of Temple 25 here in Detroit, Michigan. I've been a Grand Sheik for over 25 years. All right, and our role in the community is a role of helping people informational-wise, and helping them with other resources that we can kind of spread around when the ball is in our hand. Okay. When the ball is in our hand, we want to help with the uplift of fallen humanity. We have given away coats. We have given away, and over the period of time, we done had to give away 25,000 coats, at least, Because one time, at least 25,000 coats. We have fed over 100,000 people, over 100, and that's only, we did 100,000 between when the pandemic started up until now. We have fed, documented 100,000 people in the community. Also, we have given away, we have annual school supplies giveaway.
Right.
And that's the one that you and the DPD did prior to this COVID. No, it was during the COVID.
It was doing
the early part of it.
Right.
That was the early period of the COVID, of when we came together and we saw to it that young school children, we gave away the iPads, and we gave away food that day too. We gave away that. We gave away school supplies, and I think we even gave away some gift cards or something like that, just in the community alone, because this is the need of the community. And if we can help guide and change someone's condition, that's going to be a credit on God's side of life. That should help recharge and energize people to know that we have to help one another. We don't discriminate on how you look, what type of background did you come from, because people needing help is people needing help.
Right.
That's it.
Right. Now, I know from personal experience that you're definitely out in the community.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know hands-on that you're out there. Yeah. I've been out there with you. I done been out there with you, passing out food.
Oh yeah.
At the coat drive. So I know for a fact, but there's a lot of other people out there, they don't know who you are, never seen you or came encountered with you. And I say that because you have, if it's not on the media, the mainstream,
yes sir,
people tend not to know that is out there, that you have individuals such as yourself and others that's really actively in the community. It's not just for the cameras.
No,
so that's why I want to emphasize on that you're actively out there every day, every week.
Let me tell you this here. I would like to have more cameras out there because then more people can be aware of
that's true.
What can be done. See, some people say, well, that ain't about showing off. I say it is about showing off. It's about showing what we can do when we come together. Because like you say, people don't hear about it.
Right.
We got this conversation that things should be suppressed, that we don't really want. Yes, we do. We want people to know, this is what we can do as a community. It's just not about one platform. We can have multiple platforms.
Correct. It reach a broader audience.
Exactly. So it doesn't take, 50 people from different corporations or nothing like that to get corporate money and do something one time. We don't get no corporate money. We don't get none. What we get is blessings from the community, periodically if people hardest like that, and we bless them. That's it. So it ain't about we not corporate sponsored. We not sponsored by any corporations. Not that we would turn it down,
right?
Because I'm letting you know, if corporations want to, come in and sponsor something. Let me speak to this though. But one time, Myers did.
Okay.
Myers, we had what we call the breakfast on the block, and we went to one of the hardest hit communities, one of them, and that's on Mac and Mount Elliott, where you got a strong homeless community kind of down there. And we did that probably about 4 or 5 times, but we did a breakfast on the block, and we actually went there and we fried them fish, had fried fish, took a fish fry out there. We fried them some fish we gave them fish and grits. Fish, grits, toast, eggs. Oh, it was official that day. People were jumping around, people was dancing, they moving around. See, that food and the good energy and that love makes people want to move.
Right. And it relaxes their mind. It takes them, it lets them escape the problems of the world.
There you go.
It don't take much. Because
it don't take much.
What you did
don't take much.
Probably it probably left a lasting impression on them. Just because no one else comes down there, they probably get talked about like dogs and all that stuff. So I mean, it doesn't take much for somebody to make another person feel good. And I mean, what you're doing is a great thing. I mean, it's beautiful.
Oh, yeah, what you doing is beautiful too. Every time I pass by the club, I say go lavish spot over. That's a nice place. I just think of lavish. When I think of lavish, I think about luxury. I say I gotta go into that lounge one day. Maybe when it's closed down.
You speaking on the car wash?
Ain't a lounge too?
No.
What is next to that place?
So that's another business.
Oh,
it's not
your name was on.
No, mine is next door.
Oh, okay. Well, let's get that straight.
Yeah, let's get that. Let's
I would have went in there looking for you, and they nah, you at the wrong place.
Yeah, if it don't have the lavish logo on it, it's not associated with me.
Oh, if it don't have the lavish look,
it gotta have the lavish logo on there, man.
Okay. I said, man, that's a nice place there. I said, man, you buying up all the town. I remember they gave you that. What was that award they gave you that time? You was all suited up and everything, man. You was all on Facebook. They was giving you some type of award. What was it, $300 plate dinner? That was
I got Spirit of Detroit Award recognized. I can't. I got a Dave's Bishop's Award, a Dave Choice Award. I was dressed for that.
You always dress in choice,
Yeah.
So we ain't necessarily on that one, but it was one I seen you say. Yeah, I'm inviting people to come out, and I said, man, I can't go out. That's $300 a plate or something. I said, man, I don't know what they eating for $300, but I know I better bring something back to the house with me.
I just try to put, when I do an event for me, I just try to do something that's going to be beneficial to everybody.
Okay. It's gonna be lavish though.
It's gonna be lavish.
Oh, it's definitely
it definitely goes with who I am.
That's right.
And whenever I do
tell them a little bit about yourself there, brother. Tell them a little bit about what you do.
We sound like we turned the interview around.
No, I thought you said we're going to come up here and chop it up.
We going to chop it up, man.
That.
We definitely going to chop it up. But if for the people that don't know, which most of them already know, I'm a business owner, I own Lavish Towing, which is a towing and recovery service. Also, I own a car wash, Lavish Auto Detailing, which we detail cars and vans and any type of vehicle that you might have. So, business owner, local,
entrepreneur, if you want.
Pretty much entrepreneur,
local hustler.
So I hustle the business.
No, we got to say that, cause see, people, man. Well, listen, we ain't come this far without forgetting where we come from. We
definitely didn't.
That, man. Listen, people know what we talking about.
Yeah,
every day we on the hustle. Why? We on the grind.
We on the
grind.
That's one thing.
That's how people come up to the top. They be grinding because they ain't got time to play no games.
No games at all, man. So that's the best focus right there. Is if you stay on your hustle, man. I know for me to be on my hustle allows me to keep my mind focused on the direction I'm going.
That's right.
I don't have time for distractions.
Right.
Nothing can really get in my view. No distractions because I'm straight faced. I'm focused.
See, so let me tell you this: see, young people need to hear that. Because we got a lot of young people that need to know that all they have to do is stay focused, stay on the grind.
That's it.
You ain't got to get into a position. People talking about what's politically correct. I'm not political. I don't even know about what's politically correct. What are you talking about? I didn't come up talking about no politically correct. I talk the language of the people that I'm around.
That's what it's about right there. I think that people get a misconception of a certain image.
Yes, sir.
Especially when you get into certain positions. When you go certain places. And then they become detached from society.
That's right.
Because the majority, they're living one way.
Right.
And you're going and you're living another way, but trying to communicate on the level that you're at to people that's not there, if that makes sense. You can't be out in the burbs,
right?
White collar,
too
good for the hood, but still want to be relatable to the hood.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make the people in the burbs know that not that I'm in the burbs. I don't care too much about being in the burbs.
I'm still on Pearson.
Hey, I'm still on Schoolcraft. I ain't gotta go. No, listen here. I'm comfortable with being there.
Yeah,
I know who my neighbors are in my direct surrounding. And I'm comfortable with them, and just because your financial resources increase don't mean you got to run from nobody.
Right.
You got to run from nobody. You include people in on what's going on.
The hood is where it's good.
Yeah, I like that. I might use that.
I mean, and I say that because again, when you become detached from your natural environment,
Right.
and you leave. It's all right to leave. It's how you leave. Some people leave, but they're too good to remember where they come from.
Okay.
And when everything fails and falls apart, the people that you ran to, they'll get rid of you.
That's right.
You will be a nobody.
Right.
And the hood is still gonna be here.
It's still gonna.
And you got to be able to come back to where you came from.
Oh yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Don't run from where you came from. Yeah, that's
So that's my view on, things. That's why I can never turn my back on the hood, because it doesn't matter how big I might get.
Yeah.
The hood
is
good, but they're the ones that supported me.
That's right.
They're the ones that got me to be able to elevate. So I gotta stay planted in the hood.
That's right. So like I said, it's all good in the hood, and we talk about elevation and changing situations because we can't lay down no perpetration. So it don't make a difference where we go. We're gonna take some of that with us, because other than that, we're gonna be false flagging. We're gonna be misrepresenting where we at. Because let me tell you this: I done dined with some of the best and done sat with the rest, and I just let them know, your script ain't my script. You don't give me a script to read. Oh, you can't talk. Man, I can talk the way I want to talk. Who wrote the script?
Right.
How you going to go in a room with bosses and then you act like they going to boss you around? That's an insult. No.
Yeah.
We all here because we all leaders or we all bosses. We done earned the status to be here. So however do you view the individual to come here, we up here now.
Okay.
So I ain't got to act like y'all writing the protocols on how I must conduct. Oh, don't say too much. What are you talking about? It's showtime. It's time for me to say too much. It's time for me to let them know just where to stand at, and I don't have to fold up. I don't have to dial it down, because far too often people have sat back when they needed to be stepping forward. No, this is where we at.
Okay.
Dictating that stuff to us. What are you talking about? We gonna write some scripts around here. That's why we say the more that we have our own media, it's relatable to our people.
Correct.
Because we don't have to follow. We don't have to follow their script. What is our script? You talking about? It's our conversation. They don't want. If they don't want to see it, time to turn it off. Go watch As the World Turns or something like that. Search for Tomorrow. All that type of stuff.
No. Outside of that, I want to speak on the COVID.
Oh yeah,
I want to speak on COVID and how has COVID affected you, the organization, your mission, your goals. Has it taken away? Has it built? So let's speak on that. Let's speak on it from last year when COVID first came around.
Well, that's real interesting. I was speaking with my oldest daughter on that today.
Okay.
And she's a party planner for children. She does children's party planning. And she was telling me how they have started to let up on some of the restrictions as far as people meeting. And I say, you know what? I don't really know of all the restrictions. I say, because I have never really been restricted. When COVID first started coming and people were speaking about it, they were saying things like, you better stay in the house, you better watch out. But wait a minute, we got people in poverty out here that needs help. So my call was to the people, not to the pandemic, but to the people. So before they came out with masks, we made some masks out of furnace filters. I said, well, they say you got to have, they was telling about all these bacterias and all that.
Right.
I went and paid like $30 for some furnace. Did you put in the furnace to take out the pollen? It talked about all the things that it would kill. I said, come on. I told my team, we making us some masks. We ain't got to worry about that. We're going to make these 3M masks. We're going to make some masks out of this, and I got some pictures of them, how we made these masks. I said, we get ready to go serve these people. That's what we're going to do. We had us some white hazmat suits.
I seen that. Okay.
Serious business.
And the mission kept going. Now,
yes.
With the fear and the scare, did it slow down? Or did it pick up as far as people coming to pick up food from you?
Oh, man, it was unbelievable. Listen, last year alone, we was having like people, they were afraid or apprehensive about some connections that they had made prior to COVID as far as food being dropped off and so on. So they was able to tie me in with some food sources where they would bring me semi-trucks of food.
Right.
Semi-trucks of food sometime twice a week. The most we ever had was 2,500 boxes of food, which we did in a day. It never, once people knew that this is a resource where you can come and get some food, get some help, they was coming. They was coming. I'm talking about we never had like slowdowns, people coming, food coming, we coming, the team, and believe it or not, we work with probably 13 to 15 people. One person had COVID, and he must have got it from where he worked at, because nobody else on the team even had it. Nobody else. We worked through the entire time, nonstop, every day. Nobody caught COVID. Nobody. You know, we pray every day. We bless. We got to get in it. What are you talking about? We are people of faith, not people of fear. Because just as well as them cars was coming, that said something about them and what was going on with them, what's happening in their household. They got to feed these babies. Babies don't care about COVID. Babies need to eat.
They need to eat.
They need to eat. People didn't care. People need to eat because their funds were cut short. They were not able to go to stores and get those necessities. We gave away cosmetics. We gave away hand sanitizers. We gave away bleach. You know, people seeing that this is a real team right here. So some people's like, hey, what can I do to help the team, even though I may not be able to get out there? What can I do to help somebody else? Because they was kind of restricted in what they did. And it's like, hey, we're gonna set up with people. These are things that people need, especially that bleach. And it's a particular bleach. It was a germicidal bleach.
Okay.
What we got. We was giving them the germicidal bleach, giving them toilet paper. Man, you talking about putting smiles on people's face and people motivated. Man, it was like a natural high.
Well, I definitely know that it was truckloads, man, because I helped with the fruit and vegetables. Yeah. and when I talk about the fruits and vegetables, man, it was some good fruits. It was some good vegetables. It was some great oranges, man. Trust me. You know, I had a few of them.
But we appreciated you being one of the people that didn't say, can I get some? You say, how can I help with something? And that means a lot, because I have to always talk some of my team down, because they say, man, some of these people are so ungrateful. They must think that they going to the store. You got food outside. Hey, did I get some of that? Hey, what's that over there? We had people say, what's in them bags? What's in them boxes?
Yeah.
Like, here, what's in your trunk is what you got. Don't worry about did you order something? This ain't Amazon.
Yeah, I witnessed that. I witnessed that. But I also see that, and you can speak on this, because if I seen it, I know you've seen it. I see people that seem to be too good to ask, although they need.
Yes.
I had people that called me directly while I was helping to ask, can I get some? They needed it and they wanted it, but I don't know. I think I just, I'm driving this expensive car and I just don't feel comfortable enough.
Yeah.
Whatever their self-consciousness was, they wasn't able to willingly pull up to get food. But it doesn't matter what they driving, right?
No. We done had the Mercedes-Benz pull up. We done had the Ben wagons pull up. That don't make a difference. If you need to be blessed, we're gonna bless you. And it says a lot that people, exactly on what you're saying. I asked the people, especially if we got a big shipment, how many boxes do you need? Some people try to be modest, like, well, I only need one. I say, well, what about your neighbor? What about your mama? What about your sister? What about your brother? What about people that wasn't able to be a part of this experience? It's like, oh yeah, See, because that's where our mindsets were. It's all about me, but it's all about us.
Right.
So through
helping
that
one
process,
another.
it changed the conversation. It was like, oh yeah, I can. Oh yeah, I can do that. It woke something up in them. Oh, I can do that. Well, here, do that. Go and bless somebody, and all you got to do is pull up.
Yeah.
It ain't no long list you have to sign or nothing like that. All you got to do is get in line, pull up, be civil, and you'll be blessed.
That's cool. Now I got some other photographs I want to share and have you kind of speak on to kind of show who you are, show what you do, so they can actually see some men. This right here.
Oh, now that picture there, that's a picture that we went to. That was at Focus Hope. That was I think in 2019. And that's Eric Holder. He used to be the Attorney General, United States Attorney General, and he was there giving a speech. And afterwards, we asked him, would he mind being a part, being in the picture with us. We acknowledged him being there, and he, these are like photo opportunities that we get because it was limited seating and all that, and people were able to ask him a few questions about his 10-year in working for the White House.
Okay.
And did he have any political aspirations as far as that was concerned? So that was a good day for us. We were invited to come out and be a part in that arena. Now this is a team of brothers here. You got Deputy Chief Bedison over there. You got Andre Johnson. You got Daryl Woods, and you got Pastor Mo there, the street sweeper. This is an event that I had, and it was called 100 Men, 100 Suits. So people came out. We had the young people come out and listen to some of these dynamic speakers, and we had a formal, kind of like a formal dinner forum, and just for young men to enjoy the company of men. So we had that at the International Center. I think that was like in 2019.
Okay.
Now, I think Agnes was doing this, Agnes Hitchcock, and I think she was there. This is the Poor People's Campaign.
Now, what's the Poor People's Campaign about? Elaborate on that.
Poor People's Campaign is about poor people campaigning for a better distribution of resources. And at some of these meetings, they were talking about how they was talking about the insurance, and they was talking about redlining with the insurance and how they were overcharging the people and how it came to be that way. Also, that Monica, not Monica, it was the lady used to be on city council, I think that was her and her son-in-law. Her name is not coming to me right now, but they was having, this was almost like a dinner and a dialogue to where they would invite different people to come out and be a part of that at the local, and be informed about some of the discussions. That's our guy right there.
Yeah, now
that's the champion. That's the champion. That's Isaac. Man.
Speak on that, because you had a decent relationship with him.
Oh, that's our guy, man.
I know that you did a balloon release to him this past summer.
Yeah, because he passed during the COVID, and we was working on some things. So it was quite heartbreaking to a lot of us that it was just like you talking to him one day and he got the plans to set everything in motion. Then he offline for a few days, and then next thing we know, he done passed. But we didn't. He was the type of person that didn't let things hold him down. He's sick. He going to work. He messed up his foot one time. He going to work, and he was a person of acknowledgement. And Isaac and his mom's judge.
Okay.
And straight from the ghetto. Judge Robinson, his mom, was down from the area in which we stayed in. And you talking about 10 toes down. He was state rep. Isaac was putting in that work. But he was really a down-to-earth type of guy.
Okay.
All the way down. I'm talking about, he would go to all the little parties, and he was up in there dancing. He was up in there showing,
he's a guy who has soul.
Oh yeah.
He has some soul. I seen.
He was a guy that had some soul, but he wouldn't sell out.
Correct.
No sellout.
I seen him fighting. I seen him speaking. I think the last time I seen him, well, it wasn't a think. It was for sure thing, we were over at a senior home over near 75. 75 over in this district.
Love them sing.
Yeah, we was over there. That was the last time I seen them. So, and then we got this one.
Well, you can explain that one, sir.
Well, outside of me being in the picture right there, that was at your backpack giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
School supply giveaway that you had over on Grand River in '94 over at the Temple.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You know, and how many backpacks did you pass out and school supplies did you pass out?
I don't know, 250, 500, something like that. And we had Sherry there.
The state rep. Yeah, that's her.
And that's Daryl Woods right there. And you can't see all these people.
That's Commander Hope.
Yeah, that's Commander right there. And I'm not sure who the young man is on that end. But I know we got Commander there. She's there. Commander was there holding it down for us. You know, we had the police support right there.
That's a beautiful thing, man. Mm-hmm. Again, I share this and I speak on it because, again, a lot of people don't know that it's people like you out here.
Yeah,
and we need to get their attention and make more people aware of it. How can we do that?
Well, it's God's work. So if they in the God family, then we're going to show up in some of the same places. We're going to see some of the same faces because one thing that I have seen workers associate with workers. We see other people, like you say, they kind of removed and they're more renowned, but they not 10 toes down. You know, they feel that they have elevated from a situation like that and that they want to throw down some resources to the people. Not stand down with the resources, but throw down some resources to the people. And I'm saying, you know, the glory of a king is the welfare of his people. See, you cannot talk one way and then your behavior is diametrically opposed to the way that you talk. That's shameful.
Okay.
You know, so, and that goes out to all of them. You know, who's ever, sometimes people want to say they want to be in a position to help with your resources. Because that's what it's about when you're in certain political resources, to make sure the people get the help and the resource they need. But once people get in some of the position, they get to freestyling, like it's all about them. You know, what I want to do. I heard something important one day. They said, we didn't send you up there to do what you wanted to do. We send you up there to do what we want you to do because you the voice for the people, not your own voice. So we have some people that get in charge of resources and they make sure that they get allocated a bunch of them. They forget. So people, I'm not looking for a bunch of people to know me. Don't worry about me. Look at what's being done. The message.
The meaning behind it.
Yeah, the message is like giving away these blessings. And if you have the opportunity to be able to help me bless some people, you can do that because you can reach me at 313-894-8340, Minster Fuqua Bey. And if you have one of them little slick type things, you can put that number up on the screen. But if not, if people want to go back and reflect on the number, I'll say it slow, 313-894-8340. Or you can inbox me in Messenger, and that is Fuqua Bey. It's Fuqua.
You startled me for a minute.
No, it always starts.
Yeah, you startled me when
it's
you
always
when
when
you
I say
did
F
that.
you.
Yeah, because I
you know,
I had to look up and
people say how you spell it. I say it's just 5 letters. It's easy. And they say what? I say Fuqua.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay. That's easy to say now. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you caught me off guard. You caught me off guard. You know.
Yeah, that's
so
how it goes.
now let's talk about Sunday. Let's talk about Sunday.
Sunday, what's going on?
Well,
Super Bowl?
No, just this past Sunday. What you had did, man, down here at the train station, at the bus station.
Oh, that was yesterday.
Was it? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. Yeah. But that's at the transit center, and we gave, you know, what I did, gave away some spaghetti dinners for the people that was coming. See, but before that, we was at Team Wellness. We fed a bunch of people over there, and then we still had some meals left, some blessings. So I say, let's go to transit center. Let's go and bless those people down there, because it was still hot food, and like I said, it was some hot spaghetti dinners that I prepared it myself. And, you know, I got blessed hands when it comes to cooking. You know, it's just, I used to own 2 restaurants, and I always prepared food for people. And when I put that spaghetti together, I don't eat meat.
Okay. You don't eat meat?
No, But
Oh, wow.
when I put that spaghetti together, I said, man, this is good enough for me to, I was tempted to take a sample. I'm always tempted when I'm making stuff for other people that I don't eat. It takes a lot of willpower, because when I got good people around me, they'll let me know if it's a go or not. They'll sample it like, oh yeah, this official. We ready to go with this right here, because we don't let nothing go unless we have sampled it ourselves first and make sure that it's, you know, it's ready for the people.
But I'm showing the people that when they look and they see you out there, you're hands-on.
Yeah, them blessings. Yeah,
That's the point. That's the message. That's the beauty behind it, because you're hands-on in the community with the people. This is not just you're on the microphone and you're talking about it. You're not just on the internet just talking about it. You know, you're out there. It's not just a talk. It's action behind that, and they can actually see the action that's behind that, man. That makes it, that makes it real beautiful, man. That makes it special.
For sure.
You know,
you can't be a wheelchair or a lounge chair general. See, it's easy to talk about what needs to be done, but how much effort have you put into getting something done?
Correct.
People want to be leaders, but they don't have a resume of leading. Like,
right.
Okay,
right.
Where you done led somebody to?
Right.
I want to be I'm leader, this leader. Where have you led people to? Let me look at your resume. Let me just see some of the things that you have done, so I can say, oh yeah, I think that he can handle the job. So if you ain't really been under no pressure and you have not been in a certain situation, we don't know. Pressure busts a pipe.
They do, and everybody not built to last.
Yeah, you might fold up. You might fold up when you up under the gun. No, we don't need somebody, fold up when they under the gun. We need somebody there that's willing to take the gun.
Correct.
Take it from. Let's go. Let's get out here.
Absolutely. Before we wrap this up, you got anything else you want to share to the people? Got anything that you want them to know? Any upcoming events?
Well, we always got things going on. Tomorrow we will be feeding, though. We might be feeding today. It just might be. I'm just saying we might be. We might be passing out something today over on Wyoming, 15874 Wyoming. We might be passing out. But tomorrow is also that prayer.
Prayer we got that prayer. Is it 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock over there on Southfield in Linden. Yeah. That's the march, the prayer going out for the freeway shooting for the young lady that lost her life, that was a basketball player. Yeah, that played.
Yeah, see, but it's just for violence in general.
Okay.
So it's just not going to be one thing singled out. We're talking about the violence and what's currently in the atmosphere. We want to try to send out some prayer, put some attention on all this violence, because right now people are so irritated about so many things, and as a result of that, the only thing that they have been constantly shown is that they want to make a permanent solution to a temporary problem. When you're talking about taking somebody's life, that's permanent. Somebody getting in a knuckle fight, that's temporary. They can, put some ice on their head or something like that and go back and think about it if it comes to that. But when you actually put more guns in people's hands and people are already frustrated, everybody feel they had to have a gun this time. I was talking with somebody that was fresh out of the Michigan Department of Correction, and they was like, I need a gun.
For what?
For what?
Right. What you do? What you try to go right back?
No, they said because, hey, it's dangerous out here. I was like, you came from one of the most dangerous places. Now you talking about, yeah, it's dangerous out here. I say, have you seen danger? But no, I heard about it, read it. I just got to be prepared. I say, that's an interesting mindset.
Yeah, man. I don't know the mindset behind it. I mean, I know it's a dangerous world out here, but you know the best thing that I do to avoid that, I stay home most of the time.
Yeah, I wish
not because I'm scared. I avoid unnecessary stuff when need be.
Right.
I go out when I have to, and I do what I need to do.
Right.
But I have to watch how I move as well, because I got more to lose, man. It goes back to what we were speaking on earlier.
Yeah.
As you change and as you develop into somebody else, a better person, and you change your life and your mindset, everybody that's around you
don't mean they change.
They're not changing, and they don't like that you're changing. You're leaving them behind. Yeah. They don't like that. So I move a little different now.
You know, I'm here to tell people that if you think your conditions can be better, that's one thing. If you think your conditions can be better, then we can use you. Because the only way people change their conditions is because they want different. Not simply somebody say what you should do. This is something you must want for yourself. You must say, hey, I want to do something different. I want to do something different. And you can do something different. It's a great opportunity to have you make the change you want to make until you're forced to make change. Because sometimes you may be forced to make change. But you got the opportunity to make change yourself.
Right.
And it's different opportunities to do that.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people need to make change now. I think that it needs to be a few more role models out here for some of the younger youth out here. And I think some of the older people need to do a little bit more teaching to help guide these younger individuals that's making some of the bad decisions out here.
Well, that sounds so politically correct, but at the end of the day, people find role models and whoever they want to find them in, and it's not necessarily that people are not teaching. People ain't listening. Yeah. That's it. People ain't listening, because I'm sure that you find opportunities to help teach people, help show them a better way. But people ain't listening. People be tuned out. People be right in your face, tuned out. I talk to young people all the time. They'll do something that they want to do and not do what you done told them to do, because they not multitasking. So you can tell them something. And I say, man, why did you throw that garbage out?
And what they say, I don't know.
No, they say, oh, because that's what I thought you said. I say, no, after we get through eating, then you can take out the garbage. Oh, I know you said something about the garbage. I said, but you done threw all the food in the garbage now. So you got to throw it out. You done threw the place that was prepared, you done threw them in the garbage. I said, after we get through eating. So people ain't paying attention out here. Then they'll say, oh, that sounds right. Yeah, but now our behavior has to be right.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
So we can make that right. And I know that living a lavish lifestyle such as this is a great platform, and you're a good role model to so many that know you on a personal level prior to you stepping into a business owner's shoes. You know, and it's a lot of people believe that. It's more people that applaud your change than it is that don't. But it seems like we always hear about, you know, the rat in the pack. You know, the rat that's in the pack. It don't have to be a bunch. It just be one rat. One rat makes a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So they tend to listen because the pack is quiet other than that. And then because they handling business. They doing business. But then you got the rat get to squeaking. Hey, time to give out the cheese. But that's another story.
That's another
story altogether. You know, that's it.
That's another story, man. Well, I'm glad that you said that about me. I do try to play my part with the individuals.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, and I mean, not everybody knows who I am, but as I do more, people are learning about me or whatever. And I'm not really doing it to be recognized. I just do it because I do it, because I enjoy it. I mean, like when I work out with you, I do it because I want to help them.
That's right.
It's not like you were calling me and I feel obligated. It's just a feel good that you're able to actually, get out here, help somebody, do something. So anytime I can do that, I'm definitely going to do that, passing out food, assisting this.
And I appreciate it. And like I said, that goes to show because you're a business owner and you still have to run your business. Your business ain't ran 3 times a week. You almost on 24/7. But it shows that you are the boss of your business. Why? Because you can take time out. You don't have to say, I got to do this, I'm going to take time out to do what I feel is important in my life. So I ain't got to say, well, I'm going to miss this money, I'm going to miss that money. I remember when I ain't had no money. What
right.
you talking about? That next dollar ain't going to take me over the top, and it ain't going to put me at the bottom. But this here are priceless moments that we can take advantage of. And I appreciate you for, all that you do in the community and things that you have also helped me facilitate. Because that's the type,
Right.
Like, it's an old saying, we got to say game recognize game, but we ain't playing games.
We ain't playing no
games. But, it is what it is. So.
Yeah, so definitely, man, anytime. And I try to use the platform that I have to help others.
Yes,
and also to reach others.
Yes.
So it's one hand helping the other, washing the other.
The hands, that's why they call me blessed hands, because these are miracles. These right here are miracles. That's why they call me blessed hands, because this blessing it comes from these hands. So I understand about the hand game.
Yeah.
We, like I said, we here today and we simulcasting. You see, we got all the camera. We simulcasting. We simultaneously in a number of different fields. We might be all in Europe. We simulcasting. This is more than just abroad. It's simulcasting.
Yeah.
We all over the place.
We all over, man. You can check us out on Facebook and YouTube.
Facebook, YouTube, Twitter,
Instagram.
Somebody's personal phone. They recording off of this here. Yeah, everything. We here.
Right. And if you know about it, share it. If you see us, share it. If you like the message, share it. Again, tomorrow we got a march.
It's that prayer march.
A prayer march at 2:00 on Southfield in Linden.
And I think about 4:00 we're gonna give out food, because the way it's looking right now, as I check my schedule, we will be able to give out some blessings probably after that march, because we wouldn't try to do it before then. So we'll probably do it after then. And, make some people feel good, help some people's household be enriched, and give people a good recognition of what we can do as a people, because so often people want to talk about the wrong. Let's talk about the strong.
Right on. And we're going to end it on that. Everybody, y'all have a good one. We appreciate you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. Fuqua Bey.
Peace. Okay.